What's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Is it today Thursday? Yes. So we're in our now eighth, ninth? I think it's like the seventh or eighth drop now of the holiday week. So we had actually 11 days of Veve. It turns out there is not a 12th drop. So this is now, we had the Rogers poster this morning, and then we have now the Labbits. Now in this video, I'm going to be going through some of the history of the Labbits, like why these are important, but also why I believe the price will be going up in value as well. So welcome everyone who's hopping in here. Let's go. Let's get everyone in here. Let's hit that like button. Let the fam know that we're here. I posted it on Twitter. You can feel free to like it, retweet it, whatever you want to do. But we're going to be going through this drop here today, getting into the Labbits and doing the drop together. If you were able to stream, or if you're able to hop in the stream that we did recently with the Mickey Disney drop that we did yesterday, there were tons of W's. Like tons of people either got one or they got ultra rares or they got rebounds. So that was awesome just to kind of like win together. So we will be going through this together, getting into it. I've got my Labbits pulled up right here. And what's interesting is like, this is not the blind box format, right? So like you actually need to choose which Labbits you're going to go for. And so that makes this so much harder because of course we want to go for the ultra rare, but like, do you only want to go for the ultra rare because it is only 888? You know, tons of people are going to be going for it. And so you're taking a pretty big risk by just going for this one. And then there's always like, oh, actually, sorry, not even 888. There's 798. Look at how many, like 798 of 888 that you could possibly get. So this is going to be super, super hard to get. And so do you take the chance? Because if you score, it's going to be like probably list around 1.8, 2 grand plus. So if you get it, you can instantly flip it for some serious money. So like it might be worth going for it, but if you don't get it, then you have nothing, right? So do you take the chance, go for a common? Do you go for an uncommon? Even the rare is a little bit of risk. I think the coolest looking one of all of these is the rare in my opinion. But even the rare is, you know, we have like 150 to 200 people that are probably, 150,000 at least are probably going to be going for this drop. So that's a lot of people to compete against. So there's only 1,798 of the rare. So like if you want a sure thing, the common's probably the way to go. And like sure thing, it's still not a high mint common at only 3,800 that you can possibly get. So that makes this a little bit more difficult, but yeah, kind of curious which ones you guys are going for. You're going for the common, you're going for the uncommon. Let me know what you guys are planning to do, and we're going to get into this, but let's say hello to a few people. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate you guys for coming in, doing the drop together, supporting the channel. Hit that like button. Yay, you're the greatest. Appreciate it, guys. Giovanni, what's up? Can't wait for this drop. Me too, man. Like the Labbits have done really, really well. Oh no, I fell asleep 20 minutes before the Disney drop yesterday while I was watching the clock count down. No, I'm so sorry, A1. That is not the business. Appreciate the comment always, Daniel. Let's go. Rebound times. Yep, it's the rebounds that are definitely going to be like hard to get, especially on these because so many are going to miss. But I'm going to be going for rebounds just like normal. All right, which ones you guys getting? Yeah, which ones are you guys going for? Are you going for the common? Or are you going for the ultra rare? What's interesting too, this is only 4, right? There's usually been a 6 series of the Labbits, but there's only 4 in these. So curious what you guys are going for. What's good? Good luck. What's up, Brandon? Getting my vengeance today. Going to go for common and try for rebounds and rare. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for the ultra rare. I know I'm not supposed to. I know I'm supposed to go the smart route and probably go for like a common or an uncommon, but I've missed I've gone for an ultra rare on the other 2 Labbits. I've missed both the backstab and the white backstab. So the black backstab and the white backstab. So I feel like this one, the Labbit ornament is just calling my name. Like I feel like I have to get it. And if I'm going to get it, like this is the first Labbit drop I've ever streamed. So if I'm going to get it, I have to get it on stream, right? Like that's how it's going to work. So I'm going to go for it today. I'm going to redo the U gate that I did yesterday where I yelled David U's name right at the time. It worked for the Mickey drop. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and hopefully that gets it. So first thing we're going to do is before we get into some of the content, why I think Labbits are a good hold, why you'll actually make, in my opinion, not financial advice, but more money holding on to these. You can flip in the short term, but you can probably make a good amount once they go into the Opensea marketplaces. And I'll touch on that a little bit more why. But before we do that, what I always do is, again, I hop out of the app and I relog in at least 3 times. Because what this does is it helps get the timer on the app, at least this is from what my experience has been, it helps it get it a little bit more in sync. So what I do is I look at the time right there, and then I look at, where was it? And yes, I'm probably sure that everyone's like, whoa, dude, your tabs are probably crazy. So what I do is I look at the timer. Boom. Update that. All right. So you can see, I don't care about this time. Like my time, I'm in California, so it's 11:27, but I care about the tick down time. So I'm aligning that time directly with mine, and Veve's time is a little bit faster, but it's like slightly though. So looking at this, the fact that my Veve time is counting down a little bit faster than the .gov site, I know that it's in line. So that's what I do is I get my, oh, you're probably like, wait, what are you talking about? So I get my timing in sync as close to as possible. But if this time's a little bit faster, that's actually kind of how the clock in wherever Veve's clock is tuned into works. So now that I know that's aligned, I'm good to go. I want to make sure that I have whichever one I'm choosing. So probably on this phone, I'm going to be going for the ultra rare because I got to get it. Like if I'm going to get this one, it's going to be on stream and you guys are going to watch me do it, right? We're going to do it together, but I'm also going to be getting another device ready with the comment, because even the comment on this is so hard to get. So if you're able to get one, period, good luck, but it's definitely gonna be hard to get. So what's up, my family? Let's get in here. So go big or go home. I will take my shot with the ultra rare. I love it. Who's gonna just, I mean, it's all or nothing, right? Like that's my mentality, is like, I'm gonna go for the comment on this one, but because it's my secondary, I'm not as fast on the trigger with this. So even getting a common is gonna be hard, but with my fastest device, my phone on my right-hand side, I will be going for the ultra rare just to try and get this nailed down and make it happen for all you guys. I will be yelling David U at the top of my lungs. That helps me get it right. So we'll see how that works today. All right, I've got the Labbit pulled up on there. I've got the common going. All right, you got to multitask. You got to be ready, right? Let's get this. All right, let's see. I'm going to continue on with the content, but I've yet to get a rebound. What am I doing wrong? Any advice? Yes. So A1, if you're not getting a rebound, when we're going to do this drop together, stick around on the stream, because I go for the rebounds on the stream as others do too. I think Staying Alpha goes for them. I think Veve Vault goes for them as well. So you'll be able to see how we go for them together, but they happen on the 4-minute intervals. So I'll show you on screen how to nail them or what's effective, and then we'll do it together. I've been able to get quite a few rebounds, and we'll hopefully be able to get some today. Yay, I'm happy that you guys like the live stream. I like doing this because it feels like I'm more interactive versus me like having my content and like shooting on OBS and like a troll in a cave, like just talking to myself in a camera. Here, I feel like I'm interacting with you guys. So I like being able to do this as well. So thanks to everyone for hopping in the stream. Hit that like button if you enjoy it. My grandma has more tabs. I love it. Check your OMI wallet, syncs up time as well. I did not know that. Good job. I don't put on airplane mode, but I've been thinking the same thing, bro. I don't do airplane mode, but I do turn off Bluetooth, and that does seem to help. The problem is there are more than 888 bots out there, unfortunately. Ooh, what's up, NFT Jeremy? He's a homie as well. Love the content that you've done. So I don't like. I'm not a fan of bots, but I understand that they exist. I understand that they're going to be around. I don't think they're as massive as an issue now, because I've been seeing a lot of them get caught. And so but I do think maybe like in the grand scheme of things, like probably 100 of them are getting sniped from bots. So that leaves even less for us, but that's hopefully what the drop system will help with, and we'll get into it. Yes. Drop good. Looks mang. Yep. Did anyone catch heavily botted Mickey and Cap'n poster was botted yet? I haven't seen really much around that. What's up? Let's get this, the Batman. Do you one tap or do you spam? I spam, man. So look at my screen and I align it, right? The align gate technique. So I've got that in go. So I just go boom, 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 boom. And like that's been really effective for me in this style. And then the other way is when you have the blind box, you do the space gate where it's that little window. And if you're not familiar with the space gate technique, I live streamed the Disney Mickey drop yesterday where I did it. I got it on stream, showed it, and it was very effective. So, all right. So if you guys are curious about the, the Labbits information, I'm sure you're already familiar with it, but we do have it dropping. It's not blind box format. I wish it was blind box. It makes it so much easier to do these drops, in my opinion, because you have to make a choice, right? You can't just go for it and cross your fingers and you end up with some kind of rarity. This one, you have to choose one of them and then buy the rest in secondary or go for rebounds and different ones. But even as a rebound, like I'd still want an ultra rare just rebound just to flip it, right? So there's only 3,800 of the common. There are 2,800 of the uncommon. The rare, which I think looks the coolest, there are 1,800. And again, don't forget that they take, I think, like 80 away or so. So there's even less than this that are available for you to get. And 888 of the ultra rare. So this is going to be a really tough one, but I will be going for the ultra rare on stream because you got to go for broke, in my opinion, right? Like this is going to be worth some money because all you have to do is look at the price history of some of the other Labbits. Like if you're, and also if you have the complete sets, think about what happened with Ron English, right? So Ron English did the golden rabbit serial killer airdrop. If you were able to secure these, it was like the first and fastest to it. So if you have season 1 and season 2 of these Labbits, the likelihood that Frank Kozik will eventually, if not maybe following these, do some kind of airdrop for people who have the completed sets is likely, because Kozik is very, very much in the same circle as Ron English, as Jermaine Rogers, as Tristan Eaton, as he's a part of Kid Robot. And so he loves NFTs. Like he's in NFTs outside of Veve, and he has been before Veve. So this is very much something that makes sense for him to do an airdrop and reward the people who have bought the Labbits, especially since they are probably one of the highest, if not the highest holding value of all the artist stuff, because he's done now, this is the 3rd time he's done a drop. And all of them, when you look at the prices on them, like let's hop back over to, let's type in Labbit. Like that, boom. I gotta log in. Okay, Labbit. So, wow, it's actually really cheap for the secret rare Hoover Labbit. I actually need to get him still. So if you look at the secret rares, I love the Labracorn still has hold value because it's the only animated one. Like this is one that will continue to hold value. But if you look at the white backstab Labbit at 1,600 and the backstab, I'm surprised the backstab, the black one is actually lower. This actually should be worth more than the white one because it's from season 1. So I'm actually really surprised. That's actually a pretty good price for it. So when you look at the price action on the Labbits, they shot up in initial value, right? Like the white stab shot up to $2,000, and then it did consolidate down for quite some time to around $1,100 or so, and it's climbed back up to around that $2,000 mark, and it's consolidated down a little bit. But when you look at the backstab, oh man, this was one that I remember when backstabs were on sale back in August for roughly like, you could have got one for $650 and like $700. Like it was that cheap at one point, and people loaded up thinking ahead, like knowing like these things are going to shoot up in price. So they have actually been, I believe, higher than this. How do I zoom out on this guy? I think I moved the... I'm pretty sure I can look at previous times. October. Maybe it goes October. But so anyways, the price on these hold up really well. The Labbits, there could be an airdrop, so I highly recommend that you stay up on these. But I'm also going to get into some of the reasons why these will hold up value, looking at the physical collectibles, as well as also looking at the NFTs. But real quick, let's hop into the chat, see what you guys are going for. Let's see. Rudin, what's up, man? Remember to use L-gate. It works. Is that where, do you just, is L-gate where you just go for the drop and you do like this? Like, is that L-gate? If it is, I mean, I would rather do not West Side Gate, but W Gate. Would that be effective? I'm going to stick with U Gate yelling David you this one because I'm going for that ultra rare. Hopefully I'm able to get it, but let me know how L-Gate works. I hope it works for you. All right, so let's continue on. Rooting with the L-Gate. I hope to get my first NFT. Should I be on the begin screen where you are or the huge clock? So, Roan, hey, welcome to the community, bro. Happy to have you here. I recommend that you're on this screen. And so, Roan, anyone who's new to Veve, a line gate is in my opinion the most effective. So, Roan, once you're on this screen, you want to make sure that your buy now button, if you click it, you see there's this coming soon because the timer's not there yet, right? So you want to make sure that it's in line so you can just spam it like that, or you can go for like the time on it, but it is so hard to time this perfect. And so this technique seems to be very, very effective. So that's my hint to you. And then we'll be doing the rebounds together as well. So if you've never been able to get a rebound, if you're not sure how to get rebounds, we'll be doing it on this stream together. And hopefully we'll be able to get some. Yesterday, tons of people got rebounds. So happy to see a bunch of W's on the stream. Ultra rare, baby. Let's go. OMI Queen says one tap. She's got that DJ rhythm. She knows how to get it. I do not have that DJ rhythm. Do you think MTL will make the market drop a little? Yes, I do think it'll drop a little. And that's why they're doing it in phases, in my opinion, but I think it'll rally back up. I remember Backstab was holding 2.1K for a while, then Disney drop and decon hit and the squeeze happened. Yep. It'll jump back up too, especially if there's an airdrop. That's what happened with the serial killers, right? We saw the serial killers shoot up when there was the hint of an airdrop from Run English for a while, or that Last Supper scene, or whatever. They shot up and then afterwards, boom, drop back down. But the Labbits are a different kind of collectible in Veve that have held value without even the hint of an airdrop. So I'm going to get into that as well. But shout out Fabrice. Appreciate you, man, for hopping in here. Yo, Taps. Hey, man, this isn't a blind box. So do I have to go for the one I want to buy? Yes, you do. Yeah, that's the hard part, man, is if you have to go for the one you have to buy. I'm going for the ultra rare because I'm going to go for broke for you guys. But I'm also going for the common on my iPad. So, and these are so hard to get. They're such low mints compared to everything else. When you think about the fact that a comic blind box format, 60,000 editions, can sell out in like 0.25 seconds, like not even a full second. Think about now 3,888 common Labbits and how many people are going to go for the safe bet of just going for commons. Think about how many are going to just go for broke like we are for the ultra. It's going to be tough to get. So you do have to decide what you want to go for, cut your losses, and then go for the rebounds. And then also, if you want to complete the set, which again, you could get an airdrop or something in the future, you have to go in the secondary, which that's why I'm going for the ultra rare, because the price for an ultra rare is going to be so hard to have to digest in the secondary that I would rather just hopefully get lucky and nail it on the drop. Exactly what you want. In my opinion, all drops should be in blind box format. I agree, actually. I do prefer this. Is it possible to get the ultra rare with all the bots? Yes, it is. I've seen plenty do it. Ultra rare, nothing, baby. All right, we're going to continue on. I'm going to go through why these are actually going to do really, really well long term, why I think Labbits are good long holds. But give me a second. I got a haircut today. I got all trimmed up, got nice and clean, but got some Starbucks too to wake me up. I'm really happy that we got the Coca-Cola license. Like, I think that's awesome. But look, I'm also hopeful that we'll see like Starbucks, because this is another big brand, like something that you drink every day. I don't drink Coca-Cola every day, but the nostalgia of those polar bears, like that rang true. When I saw that polar bear, I was like, yep, like that was me growing up, seeing the Coca-Cola commercials, the polar bears running around in the snow and all that. Like, and it's reflected in the price. If you look at the common snow globes of the Coca-Cola, like they are holding value more so than other things. And the ultra rare has done really well and all that, like with the Coca-Cola bottle. But I think nostalgia holds more value in the Veve app, sometimes more than the edition type or the number of editions. So, all right, so let's get into it. Where's the ugly sweater, Fabrice asked? I put it away, but I'll actually probably have it back on for tomorrow during the group drop. All right, so the reason why these will hold up value really well is we've been seeing where a lot of the NFTs in Veve that are collectibles, are digital collectibles, are actually higher dollar cost than the physical collectibles, like substantially usually. So when you look at the price of a backstab Labbit or a white backstab Labbit, look at these giant ones. The giant ones are $1,200. And the price right now on the digital ones is not much more than that. I think that we just saw that the backstab is 1,400. We saw the white backstab is like 1,600 or something. And so they're kind of keeping in pace. But the reason ultimately why the price for these, why I think they're good long holds, is because Frank, I mean, we've had this, we're going to keep seeing a series of Labbits, is of two reasons. One, shout out to, I know Poor Man Printing did a video as well, but Veve Vision. I actually had not seen this video until I was kind of looking into some research. I was looking for like where we originally heard Frank Kozik talking about Labbit breeding, and I couldn't find the source. So I was looking and I found this video. I've seen a couple of Veve Vision's videos, and they do a great job. They're hilarious guys. If you do not follow Veve Vision, make sure that you're subscribed to them. Go check out their content. They are absolutely hilarious. But in this video, they do touch on Labbit breeding. Undervalued Labbits, season 2 Labbit outcomes, moves we made. I mean, it's a pretty solid video, but that's the thing to consider is Frank Kozik, anything he really talks about, he ends up usually doing. Like he's an action man. He does things. So he talked about on an AMA, I believe it was, the potential of Labbit breeding. So in theory, that means that you should be collecting at least 2 of every Labbit, because Labbits are not what's it called when you asexual, is where you breed, like, you know, self-breeding. So you need 2 Labbits in theory to eventually breed. So I'm really curious to see where this goes in Veve, because him talking about it and like they're kind of like, oh yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that makes sense. Could be some kind of Labbit game. It could be some kind of like, you know, generational NFT thing that could eventually come to Veve. So the fact that Labbits are the only thing to be talked about in the breeding side, that brings a lot of value to them in the future, right? So when I think about what I'm collecting, the Labbits that I do have, I want at least 2 of those. So like the puking rainbow Labicorn, I love that it's animated, but wrong one. But the fact that where is it? That's series 1. The fact that is it this guy? Nope. Hold on, I'm everywhere. The fact that you will be able to breed them, this one, series 2 drop. I think about the fact that this is animated. And so I think about which Labbits would he make breedable? They probably wouldn't make one that's animated because it's more to develop, it's more to render, it's more to create. So if you think about, if Frank Kozik wanted you to be able to breed these Labbits, if it was on Veve, it would probably be the simplest to make Labbits. So I don't think collecting 2 of every single Labbit necessarily makes sense, but collecting the ones that you think would breed and actually breed and hold value into a new generation of whatever it creates, right? So, and then also maybe you could even crossbreed, right? Like what happens if we had the ability to crossbreed our Labbits? So you could crossbreed maybe like a Corpseman with a sunny side of the street Hooverville and get some kind of really funky looking army Hooverville. Like that would be pretty cool. But I imagine it's probably going to be 2 of the same to create another one, or like a baby Corpseman. So that's why I think of these as long holds, is because Frank Kozik spoke about breeding. I think that would be something that would be very, very, very cool to see, but also the NFT aspect on Opensea. And I'll get into that, but let's take a few of these questions. You got Rogers, by the way? Rogers. Oh, yeah. No, I did not, actually. I went for it. I went for the drop and I missed. It's probably because I didn't yell you. I did not use U-gate. That's why I missed, clearly. But honestly, the reception for it is not very solid. So I'm letting it fall down quite a bit before I snag it up. I think it's one to have for the collection period. Like, you know, I'm willing to spend maybe 120 gems or less on it. I don't think it should be worth a lot personally, even though it is a single drop set. But yeah, the newest iPad Pro. I do not have the newest iPad Pro. Mine's like 4 years old, 3 years old. but it works. How do I follow you on the Veve app? The search don't work. Yeah, that's, if someone knows how to find people on the app, because I was trying to show my buddy at bowling, I bowl every Wednesday. I'm part of a bowling league, and he's all about Veve now. Like, I'm actually going to post a thing about him on Twitter because he's like the Veve spokesman now. He got into it 2 months ago, and he is in love with it. He's been getting other people into it, but he was asking me like, "Hey, how do I follow you on Veve?" And it's really hard. Like, I know his name on here, so people have been able to find me from posting on the feed and things like that, but I have no idea how to find people. Like, his name is Da Spoon. So like, in theory, I go to search, I type in Da Spoon, search, account. Why is it not working? Like, it just doesn't find people. So I'm not sure how to do this unless you find them through the feed. If someone knows how to find people, let me know, because the only way I know for sure to find someone is if you want to send them a collectible or gems. That function works, but it doesn't look like it works in here. So I'm genuinely curious how that works. All right, we've got 12 minutes and 23 seconds. Let's take a few more questions, and then we'll get into the NFT side, why I think they'll do really, really well once we go to Opensea and other marketplaces, the Labbit specifically, and then we'll get into it. Yes, Veve Focus. Ugate is coming, man. We're going to go for it together. I hope, like, please someone do Ugate. Film it on this drop if you're able to secure it, and then post it on Twitter and tag me, because I would love if people continue to do it. Like, David, you responded to that tweet and he said he was going to do it. If David actually did it and then filmed it, I would crack up. That would like make my week. All right. Hey, Taps. My country doesn't allow to connect card to buy gems. So is there any secure way to buy gems to participate in drops? Your country. So have you tried a credit card? Because I know, or not, yeah, because I know that sometimes debit cards don't work. The other way to buy, so doesn't allow to connect card to buy gems. Is there any secure way to buy gems to participate in drops? That's a tough one. You can send gems to people. So the only way I could think is if you know someone who's in another country that you very much trust, then you could go ahead and have, like, send them, like, Venmo them money or PayPal them money, and they can buy those gems and then send them to you. That would be one effective method. Another method, and like, I'm trying to think off the top for you here, but like, that's probably the way to go. Veve focuses asexual Labbits. Yeah, that's we'll see how the breeding works. Yep. Yeah, he put that tweet about Labbit breeding. Oh yeah, it was a tweet. Oh, let's see if we can find it. Let's see. Hello, I talk about L-Gate and U-Gate. Honestly, don't know what that is. Where can I get this info? I'll be doing U-Gate. It's just U-Gate's where I yell David U's name at the drop time. It's hilarious. It worked yesterday. I was able to get the Steamboat Willie. L-Gate, I think Rudin was just joking, but I don't know if that is a real thing or not. What do you think about common versus uncommon price prediction for this drop? Have the feeling not many will go for the uncommon. I mean, uncommon's 2,800. I actually like the uncommon better than the elf Labbit, but I think the rare is like the best looking. So I don't know. I think they'll be reflective of price. I mean, like $25 versus $30. It's not a big difference, but either way, we're going for the ultra. I'm going to be going for the common on one because it's better chances. I'm going to be going for the ultra on the other one. So good question though. All right, like CryptoKitties, yeah. So they could possibly breed like CryptoKitties. Tabs. All my tabs. I'm coming for uncommon. Tabs. What's going on, everyone? Let's get this drop. Yep, we've got roughly 9 minutes left. But let me get some context. When Harley Quinn breeding? Ooh, not touching that one, man. Not touching that one. Any two of you have breed them, he tweeted it out. You can any two you have and breed them, he tweeted out. So I guess that means, yeah, potentially we could see crossbreeding. We'll see. Bitcoin strongly above 50K if phase 3 of OMI token. Dude, the OMI price is looking good. I mean, it shot up this morning quite a bit. everyone say, I saw Real Randy Chavez say this, but at 69, at 0.0069, nice. I think it's so funny. All right, so yeah, the price absolutely shot up this morning, just boom. And I think that's because crypto is definitely making a rebound, even though Ecomi as a whole has not been really following in tandem with most crypto. But happy to see it. Happy to see the price going up. And as phase 3 nears, we could see the consolidation in the dead week between Christmas and New Year's. But I was hoping it was going to drop back down to the low fives so I could add more, but it looks like it's rallying back up sooner than we thought. Okay, so let me get into a little bit more. Worth copying? I would say so. Again, there's probably going to be an airdrop most likely if you have all the sets, and there's always the chance for Labbit breeding. So I think these are a special kind of seasonal thing. They look good. He'll probably keep doing them. So yes. Which Labbit should we go for? I'm going for the ultra rare and the common. Fix that. Come on. Is there any other NFT more iconic historically than Steamboat Willie? The other historic NFT I know is Marvel #1. Thank you. So Steamboat Willie is absolutely historic, not just to Veve, but to the NFT space as a whole. That's why if you watched I put out like an 8-minute video before the drop because I needed people to understand just how important this is, why you need it in your collection, period, and why it'll do really well outside of Veve. And it is, I mean, the gold moments are fantastic to the first Disney drops, period. Like the Walt and Mickey is one of the greatest. The Marvel #1, one of the greatest. Like some of those comics are holy grails. You can't touch them. Spidey is the first Marvel drop. That's why it's so solid. It's an FA. Everything about it is great. So there's several that are really, really good, but Steamboat is right up there with the rest of them. So, all right. So before I keep taking some comments and we go for this drop, the last piece I want to touch on is the fact that Frank Kozik is very much in Opensea, and his work is selling really, really well. So when you look at the prices for some of these things, like let's go to highest last sale. So we can see like some of these, and like they're pictures, right? Like these aren't 3D rendered Frank Kozik work. They're not able to project into augmented reality, which in this format you wouldn't be able to, but they could buy and then put it into Veve and then do so as you exchange hands, right? So, I mean, this is art, right? So I'm not discounting the worth of Frank Kozik's NFTs outside of Veve, but I'm saying look at the price for these. This is 1 ETH. This is $4,000 that someone spent on this Labbit, right? That is higher than any backstab Labbit, any Labbit you can buy right now in the app, maybe besides the lowest mints possible, right? The Red Rum Labbit, just underneath 1 ETH. So again, right around $4,000. This picture of the black and white Hooverville, right? 0.75, $3,000. I mean, his work, 5 ETH. This is not Labbit, but his work, he is very much known in the lowbrow NFT artist side. I've seen his work. He has a ton of NFTs outside of Veve. He is known in the space, in the artist world and the NFT world. So when you think about when we're able to actually have our Veve content into OpenSea, other marketplaces, Immutable X, the first ones who are going to be allowed to do so are going to be the artists, right? Now, think about the top artists that we have on our app. It is arguably Frank Kozik, with Ron English being right up there too. So, and Tristan Eaton, who is a part of Kid Robot with Frank Kozik. So you think about the worth now, the fact that like, oh man, $1,400 is a lot for a backstab Labbit. But then again, that backstab Labbit looks a lot better, in my opinion, has more utility, more use than a lot of these other Labbits that are already being bought and traded and sold every single week for more money. So that is why these Labbits are so valuable, and you want to try and get as many of these sets as possible because he's crushing the NFT world. And if you don't think that these won't look good in the secondary other marketplaces besides Veve, I think it's a bad call because, again, that's why this will do really, really well. We've got 4 minutes left on the vault, as well as the breeding side. What will happen is he spoke about, actually, real quick, let's see if we can find that tweet real quick. Frank Kozik, Labbit breeding tweet. Did I find it? I didn't find it, but this is hilarious. I did not see this. This is so funny. Oh my God, his face. I love it. Oh, I love it. That's so funny. What? I can't show that. All right. Twitter search. Don't want to show that. I'll have to find it, but I don't want to miss that drop or this drop. Let's continue on. But Labbit breeding, it sounds like, is a go. Oh man, that picture got me, man. It's so funny. I love it. Oh man. I don't know what that other picture was yet, but we'll take a look at that off stream. I don't want to get flagged. All right, we got 2 minutes and 51 seconds. What are you guys going for? Okay, which Labbit should we go for? I'm going for ultra rare and common. VPN that. So yeah, that might be a way to go when someone's asking about how to get gems. I'm going for ultra rare taps. Let's get it. Get this, Shahab. Yes, just want to say that you can send gems. Yep, that's the way. You think DeLorean alt going to be worth a lot because it's the first car, Veve. So I think everyone are definitely sleeping on the cars because we know that they're going to have a lot of utility, racing, and all that in the Veveverse. If you watched my stream with Cavell, we spoke about how potentially the only way you get into like Jurassic Park world in Veveverse is maybe if you have the Jeep, right? Maybe you only get into Universal Studios or something like that if you have the Back to the Future car. If you don't have the USS Enterprise, you can't get into Star Trek world, like little things like that. So I think people are sleeping on the vehicles. All right, we got 1 minute, 51 seconds to go. Much love from Rotterdam. Appreciate you. Never been to Rotterdam, but I've been to Amsterdam. That's a good call, actually. Sorry, I can't remember your name. Sorry, but you're asking about how to get gems in a country that won't let you use a credit card or debit card or whatever on the app. Google Play card should work, or like maybe like a gift card or something like that. Maybe try. I would get like a really cheap one and see if that works. Good call. Thank you for that, the Batman. Thank you, Tim Birtle. What's up? Birtle's in the house. Hopefully get phase 3 migration. So yeah, it's probably going to happen like sometime, probably around the 7th of January. They said it'll happen after. Oh, he said late 2022. Okay. So yeah, so you got time to stack up, but late 2022 doesn't mean that it won't, like you cannot sell them on Opensea, right? So happy to know about the late 2022, at least for the breeding side. What's up, Audible? What's going on, man? How can you connect with me? On Twitter. TapsTrades on Twitter. Follow me. I'm going for YouGate man again, man. Thank you for the reaction. Upgraded version of his artwork. 1 minute left. Good call. Let's get to this. Let's do it. All right, everyone. Time to do the YouGate. Hopefully it works. And if you want to do the YouGate at home, I say go for it. Bonus points if you nail it doing the YouGate. All right, I've got my things ready to go. Let's get it. 13 seconds. All right, stand up for this one. Watch my screen. Watch your screen. Here we go. David, No, it failed. You know what, though? I did mess up. I clicked off because I looked over at this one, so I missed on both. Is my buy now still there? Nope. So here's what we're going to do. We're going for the rebounds. We are going for the rebounds. Now, here's the thing. When you go for a rebound, you still have 4 different Labbits to choose from to go for the rebounds. So do you take the chance of hoping that someone messed up with the CAPTCHAs, or that bots can't get through the CAPTCHA? That's my guess. So I bet a bot will be more likely to go for an ultra rare. So because of that, I'm going to be going for the ultra rare again in rebound fashion. So someone asked about how to do the rebounds. What you need to do is, you see how that button says sold out now? You have to click back, you have to go out, click back in, and then hopefully, and I don't have to scroll for this one. So basically at the 4 minute mark, which we're going to pull up this screen. Where is it? Did I miss it? Where is it? Time.gov. Who got one? Boom. Ming got an uncommon. Well done. Got a comment. Yep. Dude, Tim, nice. Reserving order. Oh, wait. Reserving order, or is it just keep spinning? Scored an uncommon. Well done. Let's see. We've got 2 more minutes. So what we're going to do for the rebound is I've got this close, right? So at that quick turn, at that quick right when it hits, like you don't want to do it before, right when it hits that 4 minute, that's where you want to jump back into the screen and get your finger literally right where the sold out button is. Keep your finger there, like right there, right? So you want to like hop out and you keep your finger hovering above there. And then at that 4 minute mark, you're going to click in and just boom. See how my finger's already there? So if there is a buy now button, I'm ready to go. If there isn't one, then I missed it. So that's what I'm going to be going for. I'm still going for broke. Hopefully we are able to get this ultra rare and we'll see how it goes. But we've got another minute and 10 seconds to go for that rebound. All right, who got one? Let's see. Timer reset, struck out. Oh, man. Reserving order is rest in peace. Keep spinning. Timer went back to 1 minute 30. Oh, man. So there's some issues with this drop then. Let Veve know because I hate when that stuff happens. Uncommon 744. Happy with that. Good job, Hob. That went fast. Yeah, they all do, man. Thanks, Tap. My first NFT. Thanks to you. You got one? Roan got one? What'd you get, Roan? Congrats, man. I love this. I love when people like get their first NFT during a drop, like live streaming, like on this channel. Congrats, man. What'd you get? Let us know. I hope you, did you go for the common, the ultra rare, the rare, the uncommon? Is it bad? If it's just spinning, I would hop out. It's something's wrong with it. It's not working. Whoops. Got an uncommon 91. Dude, congrats. I really don't think a lot of people wanted that one. But you're mint, though. Congrats. All right, we got 10 seconds for rebound. Get ready. All right. Remember what I said. Keep your finger hovering right there. Boom. Nope. No luck. Probably should have cut my losses and gone for the common. I'm going to try again at the 8 minute. So it happens in divisibles of 4. So I'm going to be trying for the common at the 8 minute, but this might've been one that I struck out on. This was a tough one. I mean, there's not a lot of Labbits to go for, especially since I was greedy and went for the ultra rare. Rare, let's go. Congrats, James. Did anyone get an ultra rare? If it just keeps spinning, you guys might want to cut your losses, guys. I don't think you got it. What? 3 million. Another one reserving order. I got one Santa. Congrats, Neil. Let's go. Got one. Jose Ramirez. Nice. First time being buggy for me since, yeah, I haven't seen, I mean, you guys are here with me, but I haven't seen it in buggy, but there's a bunch of people saying it's pretty buggy in the chat. So I would definitely let Veve know, like on Twitter or whatever, that we're having issues because I'm curious why, right? Like, is there some things happening with Immutable X? I don't think it's the AWS issues continuing on today, but I am curious why there's bugginess all of a sudden. All right, we've got another 2.5 minutes until the rebound time. What time to go back on the sold out screen? Right at 4 minutes and 8 minutes. Can't see the buy now button without scrolling. So that's another tip is if you set your settings to the lowest font, and this doesn't work on every drop. It depends on the size of the picture, but it helps sometimes if you set your settings on your phone to the smallest font. So that way it's just the buy now button is visible on some of the drops. On most of the blind boxes, you can usually just click in and it's available again. But on the specific buy now, like normal drops, if the image is too big, sometimes you still have to scroll, but having your smaller font does help. Your timer went back to 30 minutes. Man, people are having a lot of issues on this one. We've got 2 minutes to the rebound. Reset 'Time. I was thinking blind box. No, I got an L2, man. No problem. Uncommon. Happy you got your first NFT, bro. Congrats. Rowan with the win. He got the W. He used the W gate. Or scroll for a rebound. Yeah, so I just spoke about the font thing that you can change the size without needing to scroll. I think that for me, it's the size thing. So go to your settings on your smart device, make your text size the smallest, and that should do it. Smork and Labbit, my app crashed. God, a lot of people just had issues on this drop. Sorry to hear that. Settings. Yep. John Doe answered. Thank you, John Doe. Think it's hard for bots for these split up drops? Yes and no. I mean, they're going for the alt. Probably not, because if anything, it makes it easier for them. They can go for an ultra rare, which is the highest rarity, and they make the most money, right? So I actually say blind box would be harder. Oh, you saw the rebound? Did anyone get an ultra rare? I don't think anyone did. Trying for a rare, but all right, we've got 36 seconds until the rebound time. Been out the game for a bit. Good to see still having dramas. No drama here, man. Went immediately sold out. Never saw the buy now button. I didn't see it for the ultra rare either. All right, we got 18 seconds to rebound. I'm going to go for the common this time. What are you guys going for? Here we go. Again, I've got my finger hovering around that buy now button. Is going to be. No buy now button for me. Again, this one's hard for rebounds because there's not a lot of additions. And so I bet like the likelihood of having not all of them claimed yet by the 8-minute mark is pretty hard. But hopefully someone was able to get a rebound. I didn't even see the buy now button pop up this time. I did a drop a while back where I had the buy now button pop up like all 3 times, like 4-minute, 8-minute, 12-minute. I had it pop up yesterday for the Steamboat Willie at the 4-minute, I think it was, and I missed it, but I did get the drop. So this is a hard one to go for, even for the rebounds. People are still getting rebounds, man. A bunch of people on the stream yesterday on the Steamboat Willie got a ton of rebounds. Like OMI the Clown got a rebound. I think Crypto Chris Sievers got a rebound. I think Shaq got a rebound. Like a bunch of people like completely missed on the drop, got the rebound, and then some of those rebounds were ultra rares, like crazy. So that's why you always want to go for rebounds and know the strategy on how to get them, because it's just another shot, and it's a smaller shot than just going for the drop even, right? Because let's say 3,800, or let's say of this total size drop, 8,000 people get the drop, but that's 150,000 who tried for it. Now, not everyone goes for rebounds. So let's say, okay, 8,000 got cut. Now let's say only 25% of people go for rebounds. That means that there's only 30, 60. Oh man, I should have done simpler math. 35, like 38,000 or 37,500 people roughly are going for the rebound, which is a much smaller window than that original 150,000. So in a way, it's like an easier second chance at a drop. So that's why you should always go for it. No luck at 0.8. Same here. Yeah, small font doesn't seem to work. I'm on iPhone 8. That's probably why. I had an iPhone 8 actually when I was starting doing Veve drops, and I upgraded to an iPhone 13. I've had better luck on drops. My ping is faster. The text gate thing works. All of it helps. What do you think about the upcoming Naruto drop? So have they said what platform that's going to be on yet? Because I saw that there's Naruto NFTs coming, but I didn't see it say what it's going to be on. I love Naruto. I love anime. My big sword back there is Final Fantasy VII Buster Sword wrapped from Final Fantasy VII, Kingdom Hearts. Like, I'm a cosplayer. I have tons of cosplay. I've been to several conventions. So I love the fact that Naruto's coming. I'm curious what it's going to be on. I don't necessarily think that is related to Veve, but that doesn't mean that we can't have Naruto in the future. Never seen Ultra. Yo, Taps, I think I should finish my mini Steam boat set. So do you already have the ultra rare? If you have the ultra rare of the Willie, Steamboat Willie, you might as well complete the set, in my opinion. I mean, it just makes sense. If you don't have it, then that's a great one to have when it's down on price, which has been kind of all over the map. I think that's one that will kind of like with the Spider-Man. Like the Spider-Man wasn't an overnight, shot up in value. Spider rare. Let's see if it'll show me the data back when. Yeah, so look at the secret rare Spider-Man. And actually before this, it was not even near $8,000. I wish I could move this timeline. Omi the Clown, if you're in here, is data available before October? If not, it's cool, but I'm curious. Let's see. It would be great to have that past data, but you could have gotten a secret rare Spidey back in the day for like $2,000. Like it was that cheap back then, maybe even less, back in August, September, and then it started running away, and then it really, really ran away. I mean, it takes a while for people to really like consolidate and understand just how valuable some of these NFTs are until they just start climbing and then they run away with it, right? Like this looks like a small price at $9,000 back in October, but look, it kept moving all the way up to 14,000, where it's kind of sat for a long time. And it even shot as high as $25,000 floor price for a secret rare animated Spider-Man just December 18th with that the big push around the Mutable X Phase 2. So I would not sleep on those Steamboat Willies, guys. Like they are very, very, very nostalgic, very valuable. They are the heart and soul of the Disney IP. It is a almost 100-year-old character. When you think about in Opensea what they want to buy, the golden statues are really cool, but they have to understand the significance around them. You can see a Steamboat Willie and you already understand the significance around a Steamboat Willie. So that kind of education of its importance to Veve collectors isn't needed to the wider NFT world. Whereas the Steamboat Willie, yep, black and white, first appearance of Mickey, first sound cartoon from Walt Disney, like still shows before every single Disney movie. The importance of that, not just to Veve, but to the NFT world is very, very impactful. So that's why I'm so bullish on those Steamboat Willie Mickeys. And that's also why I did a video beforehand, because I knew if I did a video afterwards, people would be like, oh, you must have a ton of Steamboat Willies or something like that. But I was like, no, I'm going to do a video beforehand, because that way no one can say like I'm trying to pump them or anything, because I'm not. I got an uncommon. I didn't get an ultra, and I've gotten a few commons since. Reserving order, spinning wheels. Yeah, you got an L, man. If it's still spinning, hop out. You missed. Sorry, man. Did you buy some common Willies in the market? Maybe. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Ooh. Favorite Christmas movie. I love Christmas movies. I'd say, I mean, I love the original Home Alones. That's probably my favorite, like, feels like Christmas movie. I also, weirdly enough, every Christmas, most of the time, watch Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to watch it on Halloween or Christmas, but I watch it during Christmas usually. Like, I think it has a lot of Christmas vibes to it. Which, man, I can't wait for Tim Burton. Like, when Nightmare Before Christmas NFTs, I think that'll be really cool. Like, if you think about the fandom, like I've seen tons of people who constantly dress every Halloween as Jack Skellington and Sally. There's tattoos, like that kind of love thing is very much into a scene. So those will do really well eventually once we get them. I'm sure we will. Let's see. Steamboat gonna moon. I agree. Just a matter of time. Common going to be 1K soon. I don't know about soon. I think it'll take a little bit. I think they'll consolidate down. And I think probably what will happen is people will realize just how valuable the commons are. And probably sometime around, like maybe around New Year's to the lead up of phase 3, and maybe Immutable X announcing the marketplace size with Veve or whatever, like that will be when we'll see probably like some big moves on the commons. Number 400 ultra rare, dude. Nice. Did you see Staying Alpha, who's another content creator? Go check him out. He got the number 41 common Steamboat Willie. Number 41. Like, how is that possible? Like, that is the rarest you can get, I believe, because the first 40 were kept on that drop. And yeah, like, absolutely insane. That is worth so much money. It's the rarest Steamboat Willie Mickey common you can get. Die Hard is my favorite. I love Die Hard too. Actually, you know, I might watch Die Hard later today. It's been a long time since I've seen it. But if I watch the first Die Hard, I'm going to end up watching more Die Hards. That's how you fall down a slippery slope. Because I can watch the first Home Alone and not need to watch the second one. But if I watch one Die Hard and be like, all right, I need to get my Gruber. I need to watch all of it, right? So, but yeah, great movie. All right, fam. Let's see how much you want for it. I'm at a crossroads. Night before Christmas. I would love to see it. I'm at a crossroads now. Should I sell ultra rare Steamboat Willie to get the Todd Batman? I would say no. And I know probably some people would argue with me, but well, let's look at Todd price. If you guys are not using Ecomi Wiki, highly recommend it. I use it several times a week. So Todd price, this is how I time my buys and my sells. So Todd price, it is down at only $3,000, but it's down from that big pump up. Before that big pump up, it was sitting originally quite around this price, right? But it has continued to move up, and it had a big fall from grace. So the thing I wonder is, will people be buying more Todds as there's not going to be a lot more drops coming through to the new year? At least I assume, because this is a blue chip. Like, you need a Todd in your collection. I have a Todd. I waited forever on Todds, which is a huge dummy move. And I bought mine at $500. And like the next week, it shot up to like $1,400. So I was stoked on the timing. I got into it, but it's possible it could drop down sub 3,000, but it's going to be a short window if it does. So I wouldn't sell my Steamboat though, because the Steamboat is still pretty low on the ultra, right? Steamboat Mickey. So I forgot they have the different names. It's at 3,000. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't do it, but not financial advice. Your call. A1 wants to buy it. I have a Coca-Cola Ultra number 47. Dude, what? You guys are crushing these, man. I've only gotten 1 or 2 low mints ever, and nothing in the 40s. I think my lowest mint is like an 80. And it was like Ultraman poster, like nothing really cool, but so happy to have it. Just completed my James Bond collection. Added Valda's case. Nice. They're really cheap. I'd grab a few actually. 2501 uncommon. I think I have 2 or 3 Valda cases. For everyone needing set on a budget, don't sleep on Rogers. Very cheap set. Agreed. It's instant MCP points. Should I buy common while now or wait? Common Steamboat or common Labbit? I'm going to be buying some probably the common and uncommon Labbit in the secondary off the get-go, and then they might go up, they might go down, but I like the Labbits. I think they're fun. I collect, a couple of them in the sets. When will the money transfer happen? It's already happening, and they're rolling out in phases, but it's going to take a little bit before everyone has access. I got the Santa Labbit. Congrats. Should I sell it on Christmas or hold it till after? You could probably flip it today and make the most, but it's kind of up to you. What are your thoughts on serial killers? I'm really sad that they're down. I think they should be worth more. I'm not selling them this cheap, so I'm holding them. I have a common Steamboat Willie. Should I finish the set? It's up to you if you want to spend that kind of money. If you've got it, I would. I haven't completed the set yet, but I have. I'm missing the ultra rare. I'm 0 for 5 in the last drop. Sorry to hear that, man. Keep hopping on these streams, and we'll get you there. Someone got their first NFT today. All right, guys, we're at time. Thank you so much for hopping in. I will be streaming the Groot drop tomorrow as well. We're going to be going for the U-Gate again. We're going to get that one. Let's get it. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Thank you so much for hopping in. Let's get these W's together. Even if we get an L together, some people get W's. So congrats to those who did. And I will see you guys tomorrow.